Covering news where you live, this is 5 News.
Well, jury selection continues today on Wednesday in the capital murder trial of Shauna Cash. She is one of 2 people charged in the death of Pea Ridge police officer Kevin Apple. Prosecutors are seeking the death penalty in this trial. Tuesday was the second day of jury selection, where Cash left Benton County after 5 jurors were chosen. The judge says he believes a jury will be in place by the end of the week, with opening arguments set for Monday. In the meantime, co-defendant Elijah Andazola will go to trial in March. Well, at this hour, a manhunt for an armed suspect continues in Arkansas. State police say the suspect, Thaddeus Carroll, led them on a high-speed chase. Troopers initiated a traffic stop on Highway 67 in Hipstone County on Sunday night. They say Carroll jumped in the driver's seat and took off. Troopers stopped the vehicle with a tactical vehicle maneuver. Carroll then ran into a nearby field while holding a firearm. He's been on the run ever since. Police say he is considered armed and dangerous, and to give them a call if you see him. In other news, Arkansas Attorney General Tim Griffin has rejected a proposal to expand the medical marijuana access. He says the Arkansas Medical Cannabis Amendment of 2024 has several issues. Aside from the advertising language not being specific enough, he says it needs a more appropriate ballot title so voters won't be misled. This amendment includes allowing patients to be assessed and certified by a qualified provider via telemedicine, and would allow patients to grow a certain amount of marijuana at home. Well, it's been 2 years since the Arkansas Congressional map was released, and it's still seeing some challenges. The Arkansas NAACP and the Arkansas Public Policy Panel filed a lawsuit alleging that the map unfairly split up black voters. A district judge ruled private citizens could not sue under Section 2 of the Voting Rights Act. The new motion asks the full 8th Circuit to hear the case. It is expected to reach the Supreme Court, which recently voted Alabama should redraw their district lines last June. We'll get to more news in just a minute, but first, let's get a check of your forecast with meteorologist Zach Scott. Hey, Zach.
Hey, Joe, we've had a lot of sunshine the last few days. Everybody just wants to know how much longer is it going to be here. We've still got plenty of sunshine for your Wednesday. Now, as we go into Thursday and Friday, we're going to add in more scattered cloud cover. It's going to filter out some sunshine there, but we're still going to be plenty warm, quiet pattern. Moisture starts coming back in ahead of our next disturbance, which is really going to bring in rain chances for the weekend, but can't roll out a passing sprinkle briefly as we get to Thursday afternoon. Not a big deal, but the chances there, you could feel one or see one hit the windshield. Now, as we get into Friday, more moisture really builds into the region from the Gulf of Mexico. Our storm system getting closer. We could see a few more spotty shower chances, especially later in the day, even more so eastern Oklahoma. And then as we get into the weekend, that's when we'll be looking for those rain chances to go up. River Valley first. It's starting to slow down a little bit, so we may see a little bit drier, slower start to the system as we go through the day Saturday for northwest Arkansas, but we do expect rain will be picking up for everyone by Saturday evening, overnight, and then lingering into Sunday.
All right, thanks for that, Zach. Well, we are hearing from golfers and community members in Van Buren who were fighting to reopen the Cedars Country Club. On Monday, the city council voted not to reopen the golf course. 5 News reporter Rachel Williams has the story.
For 60 years, the 60 acres of Cedars Country Club is in the heart of Van Buren. But for the last few years, the golf course has been shut down.
It's been sitting vacant. So Kevin and I formed a group, a nonprofit group that wanted to take the course over. We wanted to get the old members back together.
For the past 8 months, Kent Henderson and Kevin Clifton have held town hall meetings and collected signatures from residents who want the 9-hole course to reopen.
We went through a 6 to 8 month process with the Parks and Recreation Committee in Van Buren. They gave us their blessing to go in front of the city council. They recommended the space be a golf course, and then we went to the city council last night.
That's when the city voted no on reopening the country club.
And we got defeated by a 4-2 vote, which was a surprise to us because they don't have a plan in place and they're going to have to continue to pay maintenance to keep the course up.
Van Buren Mayor Joseph Hurst says in part, quote, the next step will be to return to the Parks and Recreation Commission to continue engaging the public as we determine the best possible use for the golf course land. In the meantime, residents will have to drive to other cities to play golf.
it would be nice again to be able to have the same communities and same families that, you know, even like Kent and I grew up on the course. It'd be nice to have our same families and to be able to do the same thing with our children, but unfortunately that's not possible.
In Van Buren, covering news where you live, Rachel Williams, 5 News.
Well, thank you for joining us here today for the latest news and weather where you live. I'm Joe Ellison. Have a great Wednesday. We'll see you right back here tomorrow.